Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Look at this thing. This is an old mower. Customer dropped it, asked me to get it running and go over it and just get it working. So we're going to do that. That's old. It's a classic. Well, first things first, it's hard to trust customers' fuel sometimes. That's the yellowy gas that I took out of it. I don't think it's like years and years old. It might be last year's fuel. Modern ethanol garbage is usually clear like water now. So we're not going to run this. That'll go fine in somebody's car, maybe the wife. Not mine. Anyway. Yeah. It's a Quantum Briggs 3.5 horse. And I did check the date codes on this model type and code. The first two digits of the code is 02, so it's a 2002, so it's time of recording is 21 years old. It's got a cast aluminum deck. It's solid. Don't worry about rotting that deck out. It's pretty thick. Yeah. Carburetor's here. It's a flat head. Cylinder head's here. Usually you find them on the front of the lawnmower. It's got a goofy recoil starter. Starter actually is not on the top like normal. It goes down here. It slides and moves, and I don't like them, but it is what it is. We're going to pull the spark plug out. We're going to have a look. He did try and start it when he dropped it off, and it wouldn't start for him, so I don't know what's going on. Could be fuel. Could be carburetor. Could be all of the above. Probably is. I don't know if he used it this year. I really don't have a big story on this one. Other than he wants me to fix it up. That spark plug is... Well, the electrode is smashed flat, and it's coked up with junk. She's pretty fuzzy. That electrode is smashed. It's the right plug. It's a flathead Briggs, so that's the plug it takes. But let's have her look down in there. Oh, it's crusty. It's flathead, so we're going to see valves here, but we're not going to see piston. Well, I will. It's pretty coked up. I bet you this thing blows oil like crazy. I bet you it burns oil. Weird machine, actually. What say we... Let's take this off. Air filter. There's no safety on this. Like, there's no bail that you hold to let it run. It's got a lever for throttle, off, throttle, and choke. And that's it. So you just choke it, pull the cord, and just... It runs. Wow, that's the theory. Anyways, it's supposed to run. But... yeah, no safety devices. That's fine. What do we got? Oh, it's not terrible. It's dirty, but it's full of stuff. Let's see if that choke actually closes all the way. No. It didn't close at all. At all. Wow. That might be an issue. It might be. No, it's not doing anything. It's looking at the choke butterfly there. It's not moving. Oh. think we have a linkage issue. And the cable is boogered. I don't have a cable for this. I don't think this thing ran this year. This is gummy. Well, that's going to be a problem. Let's get this off. Cable. Get it loose anyways. And that choke butterfly is not moving at all. Tis not. Let's get that plate off. The air filter plate, and we'll see what we can see. Oh, if I take this, that's off. That's off. There's the screw for it. You can see the choke butterfly. I don't know if you can see it, but that choke butterfly is not moving. And you got to take that 3/8 off there too. I just want to see the linkage. See what it's doing. That was threaded into plastic. It's a very coarse thread screw. There's our air filter plate. What is going on? Well, that ain't right at all. There we go. It's got to go further. What? Should be a choke. There's choke. Well, it ain't moving far enough. And it's gummy. Here's that goofy recoil. Get you zoomed in on that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. I think the last time I saw one, I was a kid. So, it's hard to tell from the front, but the big ring gear, when I pull it, it actually goes inwards. That's weird shadows, eh? The sun's coming in the window. But that ring gear moves towards the engine to turn it over. Okay, that's enough of that. That carburetor's got to come off, got to come apart, and it's got to go in the ultrasonic cleaner because it's poopy. It's what it is. So let's get some more fasteners out of here. There's all kinds of stuff going on with this one. Okay, grab a Phillips and get the top cover off. We'll start there. That comes off. This should fuel tank. What else is holding the fuel tank on? Oh, there's a giant loose screw in here. Well, it's not that loose. What else? There we go. Well, you saw that I drained the fuel, so... Oh, there's a valve on it. That's pretty neat. That's a valve. It's petcock. Huh. Well, there's something new. Well, not new, it's very old actually, but something new to see. Let's just get the fuel line off because it's sliding anyways, it's spinning around. This fuel line out of here. Jeez, there it is. There's our petcock. That's kind of neat, actually. I I don't remember seeing them before. Fuel line's hardened up, we'll replace that. Here's our mess of stuff. Huh. Well, good thing there's no mouse nest in there. Our governor. Air vane governor. Huh, pretty neat. Different. I'm going to get the ultrasonic cleaner warmed up so we can get this carburetor taken apart and into the cleaner. I think we have a combination issue here with the cable's not pushing far enough. It could have been an adjustment thing, but all this is pretty stiff too. Like, it doesn't really move with ease. It's a little gummy. Yeah, let's get that carb clean and move on from there. Very strange lighting today in the shop, for you guys anyways. It's early in the morning. It's only 7 o'clock on a Sunday. A little bit of a different setup on this. Got our governor spring here, which is hooked into a tab, which is how you adjust your speed. Right there, you bend the tab. Let's get that unhooked. Kooky little springs. They loop around things, but they this spring is still common. It's still common on other mowers. I know I'm in the way, but there we go. Nope, not yet. There we go. It's kind of a goofy looking spring. This is independent of the carburetor. It actuates the spring. So it's just this little rod here. That bends. I'm going to take it off here. I might do that. Just to keep things simple. I'll take the governor vane, which happens to be also a coil bolt. We'll take that out. And this should let us get that unhooked from the carburetor. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. A couple of 3/8 bolts should pull that carb off now. Ultrasonic cleaner is warming up. Oh, this has got an adjustable idle mixture. Let's check what that's at right now while it's on the machine. Easy to finagle. So, half, 1, half, and 1/8. Okay. 1.5 and a bit. That's good enough. We'll take it out in a minute. That wasn't even very tight. One carb bolt. Two carb bolts and a carburetor. That's sealed to the engine with a O-ring. Right there. And it's flat. I believe I have kits for these old carburetors still. It's a baby. A cork gasket. That's not terrible. Alright, let's get you spun around and get you on a bench and we'll tear it down. Well, let's get this thing tore down. 1/2-inch wrench. There. Not a jet on this one, just a bolt. Holds the bowl on. The jet's inside. Old gold crap in the bowl. And a couple of drops of water. So there's that. Phone is going off at 7:30 in the morning. Pin float, needle. Not full of fuel. That's a good thing. It doesn't look like anything comes out of there. You know what? I am not going to mess with that. Not going to do it. Let's get that mixture screw out of there. The ultrasonic cleaner does a pretty good job without taking everything apart, so that's what we're going to go with. Well, that's a lie I'm going to tell myself anyways. No, actually, it does really, really good. Our idle mixture. Needle. Well, let's not mess with that gasket, just in case. Because at this point, I don't need any parts other than maybe an O-ring. It's a rubber seat with a metal needle, metal tip. I like those actually. I prefer that system. All right, well, ultrasonic cleaner is warming up. We'll toss that in there and come back when it's clean. Okay, well, I jumped ahead a little bit. I got to get this done. I got a Yamaha Royal Star coming today with a coolant leak. But anyways, carb is spotless, shiny, and where it should be. Back on the bike, back on the mower. I got a new O-ring in behind there. I just used a generic O-ring I had in stock because the old one was flat. It wasn't really holding much tension. Possible vacuum leak? Maybe. But we just went ahead and changed that to eliminate that possibility. Let's get this big screw back in here. Yup. Let's get these back in here. These just run into plastic. We're going to put a splash of fresh gas in there. I did replace that hose. That's a new hose in there. I turned the tank upside down and blew it inside there with a blowgun to make sure that any old fuel or water droplets came out. Nothing too serious in there. New candle in it. Flathead uses a RJ8, RJ19. Gapped her about 26 now, 26, 28, somewhere around there, somewhere in that area. We're gonna, well, you know what? I can get to the mixture screw and I can get to the idle screw, but I don't want to go too crazy and put the outside. I want to be able to bend that tab if I have to adjust your maximum speed, maximum governor speed. So we'll put a splash of fresh stuff in there, fresh fuel. It's already dosed with seafoam because that's the way I do it. That's enough. Just got to get it to run. Does it cover the pickup screen? Oh yeah. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So it should work. I'm going to manually operate that lever to get it to crank over and go. Where's the gas cap? There it is. I think that's a major problem with what he was experiencing was choke wasn't on when he tried to start it. Maybe. How do you shut the thing off though? That way. All the way off. Okay, choke, let's go. Oh, this thing's hard to pull. Oh, there we go. And it's blowing oil. Actually runs nice though. Let's check that maximum. 3,200 RPM is where I would set it anyway. That's where it's at. And it is huffing quite a bit of oil. It might go away. It could be in the muffler. I don't think so. Doesn't even appear to need any adjustments for the mixture or anything. Because it seems to be running okay. I'm just going to let it warm up so I can change oil. Just going to assemble this stuff, a couple of screws here. I messed it up already. Hang on. So we have a cable issue. If I push it all the way down to the choke doesn't go all the way on, even if I adjust the cable right, because if you look here, watch the sheathing. The sheathing is moving in and out. So I can adjust it to the point where the choke actually works, but then when you go to shut it off, it's not pulling far enough to actually shut the machine off. That's not good either. Typically you want a machine to start and stop both. Like, it's not one or the other. It's got to do both. So I got to figure out what I can do with that cable. Either secure it better to that lever assembly, or maybe replace the sheathing. So stay tuned for that. We'll figure that one out. It does seem to run good though. All right, well, this is how we fixed it. I replaced it. So that's just an Amazon cable. It is reverse. The push pull is reverse of what it used to be. This used to be full throttle or choke, and that was off. Now it's different, so I marked it. Anyways, we just ran that cable, secured it to the handles with a couple of machine screws. Just ran it down, tied it as it needed to be, and just adjusted it at the carburetor so off is off and choke is choke. And that will close out this video. That's it. Thanks for joining me, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, click that bell icon. It'll let you know when I upload new stuff. Till the next one, take care.